The banks might just crash next month. And the reason why is because there is a pretty crucial program ending the second week of March. And it's called the Bank Term Funding Program, the BTFP. Now, the Federal Reserve created this after the banking crisis last March, a year ago, whenever you had the failures of Credit Suisse, Signature, Silicon Valley Bank, First Republic. You had some pretty big failures. And they created this system, this program, where the Federal Reserve would give banks that were struggling 100 cents on the dollar. So full value for whatever bad collateral they had, so that these banks could continue to have liquidity, continue to have cash. And over the course of this year, it's set to expire in about a month, banks have continued to use more and more and more value in this program, as in they've been continuing to cash in more and more of these assets, parking them at the Federal Reserve for a year so that they can keep getting cash, which tells you that the banks are struggling. They've been struggling for a year. They've been really desperate for money. And if they actually let this program expire, the banks could go down. I don't know what the balance sheets look like exactly. I'm not the CEO. I'm not crunching the numbers. I'm not cooking the books in the kitchen. I'm no filet mignon chef when it comes to financial alchemy. But I will say this. JP Morgan, Bank of America, they posted some pretty big unrealized losses, 30, 60, 90, 120 billion, whatever it is. They were pretty fucking huge. And if they can't get cash all of a sudden from the Federal Reserve, I'm not saying they'll fail overnight. I'm not saying they're going to fail at all, but it's just something to be aware of. If you have a ton of money parked in one bank, you might want to diversify that now. Should have done that in the first place. Should have done that years ago. But you know what they say, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. If you haven't planted your tree, plant it today, because I would totally diversify where my money is in banks and or have some physical cash, because, I mean, the world's uncertain, and if that program actually expires, you know, there's a lot of chaos that could come from it that we just can't predict. I'd rather be safe than sorry. Let me know what you think down in the comments about the BTFP if you're aware of it. If you're not, ask any questions in the comments. I'll be sure to answer you, because I keep up to date with this every single day. It's one of my passions, and I want to make sure that you're informed, because the more people that are informed, maybe the less people that get fucked by whatever's coming.